Rico's eating. Good. Is that lunch? 3:30. Is that early? Is that old person dinner? What's the story?
Old person lunch. Yep.
Old person lunch. Exactly.
We just got back from lunch. We went out for a quick lunch, and I normally don't eat lunch until 2 or 3 normally.
Really? God damn. I eat lunch at like 10:30. I'm so hungry.
I eat breakfast at 10:30. Like I do.
I'm up at 6, and then I'm not hungry when I wake up. I'm like coffee, take a dump. I'm not hungry. I have to force myself to eat like something, and then I wait until like 10:30. Then I'm starving, and then I eat like a
Why do you force
brunch.
Yourself to eat something when you're not hungry?
Yeah,
just wait till you're hungry.
Because I will get nauseous. I will literally get nauseous and start like gagging because my body needs.
15-year-old girl.
I'm telling you, man, this is why it's so beautiful. This is why I've been ageless for so many years.
You were talking about on your show this week about drinking green tea and it makes you nauseous.
Oh,
I've never heard anybody drinking green tea
but
getting nauseous.
Only if I don't have anything in my stomach. So I'd eaten my like almost nothing, and then I was like, man, I need to pick me up, and I don't want to drink. I had to get on a call with a client, so I'm like, I don't want to drink coffee, and then I have to just be like douching it up and holding in a shit. Similar to Peep Show, Rico, a wonderful show that we just reviewed for the first episode podcast where he's holding in a turd talking to a lady. But I had a call, and I'm like, I don't want to be holding in a deuce, so I'm drinking my green tea, and then I'm just like nodding along. He's talking about data points, and I'm like, it was horrible.
You need like a complete inside transplant, like a new stomach,
I'll take
colon, intestine.
I'll take it. Give me it. Yeah. I'm gonna go see if there's any like high schoolers that just signed up for licenses at 16 that are organ donors, and then just plow one down in the middle of the night with my car.
I thought you were going to say you were going to find a high schooler that had, extremely healthy, great gut health, and then just, try to buy some of their poop off them so you could,
Oh yeah, and shove it up my own ass to make a proper biome.
You could do that, or there's some documentary on Netflix I was watching where they like dry freeze the poop, and then you take it as capsules.
No, thank you.
So you could just do that yourself. All you got to do
If I'm going to pay to eat shit, it's going to be a prostitute through a glass table. We all know that. We all know that.
Moving on from that, Billy Brisky, friend of the show, says green tea, very acidic and tannic. What does tannic mean?
I believe that means that a spiritual monk has blessed it. I'm pretty sure that tannic sex is what Sting has.
Isn't that tantric?
All right. We have to do this fast, by the way. I got places to be. We're going to do meme wars, then we're going to give a quick football picks at the end because we don't have time to do Degenerate Gamblers, which, of course, is a show behind our paywall, patreon.com/Lions of Liberty or lionsofliberty.com.
Imagine being behind a paywall and never getting the shows you pay for. It seems like a great deal.
They get the shows they pay for except for this week. I do a show every morning except not this morning and also not Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
You have to wake up and listen to you.
Yeah.
Well, I got this whole tannic thing sorted out. It means related to tannin. So.
Well, that clarifies
it.
It's why I can't. See, that's the irony. It makes red wine bitter. The tannins are in red wine. I can't drink a lot of red wine because it gives me heartburn, but I can drink green tea all day long until I throw up. It's a real catch-20 tannin.
Sometimes it's just one sip.
You can say that about any beverage.
It's a catch-tannic too.
I can drink moonshine all day long until I throw up.
Remember those people were chugging water to get high off of it and then dying? That's funny.
No.
What a terrible way. Like, there's easier ways to get high, and you might die off them, but you have a lot better time than chugging water. It's a thing. Huffing feces, another horrible way to get high. I'm not going to do that one either. Pass on that.
All right. Well, let's stop talking about feces and get into the show here. So
you're the gut health guy, Odie.
Well, you deny my gut health help, so I don't know what you want me to do.
You never sent me dried capsules of your turds, have you?
You never asked. You never asked, Brian. All you had to do was ask.
It's been sitting in storage for years.
I have it labeled. I have it in little vials labeled for Brian.
Odie hits a buzzer bell like in Ghostbusters, and he yells to his wife, "We got it!" And then she comes down a fire pole, holding a jar.
That's a hell of a house you got.
I wish I had a fire pole in the house. That'd be fantastic.
All right. Well, let's get into it. So there's been appointments galore from Trump, Tulsi Gabbard, which I talked about on Mean Age Daydream. All the spooks are freaking out about her. Spooks against Gabbard. That's a good bumper sticker of the new organization. I love that people are retweeting as though anybody that's like, I worked for the CIA and they put their lives on the line and I don't think she should be overseeing us. It's like, yeah, no shit. Just like children don't think people should, like their parents should be overseeing them when they're fucking around. Yeah, I get it. I get you don't want somebody that's responsible overseeing your little club of goons, but the rest of us do want
So the
that.
CIA officers who risk their lives, presumably they're undercover when they risk their lives. Are they out of the operation then? Or are they just saying, yeah, I'm still active. So hopefully no one reads
One
my
of them's
Twitter.
a senator. Yeah, one of them's either a senator or a congresswoman. Abigail Smoochie.
Oh, I saw
Mabuchi.
her.
Yeah,
She was like a case analyst or something. She
was a
really
desk
fucking
jockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Like,
like, I
oh,
sent
you're-
people off to die. I
you-
stamped
yeah.
the approvals.
You were organizing coups against leaders you didn't like. Oh, thank you.
Well, it's
Stay
hilarious that obviously they spied on Trump when he went into office in 2016, tried to frame him, Russian collusion, all that crap.
Yep.
And then Tulsi Gabbard, they put her on the no-fly list, and now
Yeah.
she's in charge of them.
I love it.
amazing.
Remember Hillary Clinton accused her of being a Russian spy?
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
Joy Reid just had an interview with someone today or the other day. She was like, and Putin's going to have all our secrets now. Putin loves this. It's like, how irresponsible and just fucking retarded are you to keep saying this shit? No one
They never
believes
learn.
you.
They never
No
learned.
one.
Well, I did see, I think that Jake Tapper was just fired at CNN, unless that was fake.
Oh, nice. No.
But,
CNN is purging. This is a story I've been eager to watch. They're purging because they lost so many viewers. They haven't changed their stripes. They're still shitty left-wing outlet, and they have no choice.
MSNBC was bragging how they beat CNN in election night ratings. Did you see that? They did some tweet about how they beat CNN, but it was like they didn't realize it was because all the conservatives were watching them.
Oh, to see the meltdowns.
I was flipping over. Yeah.
That's genius. I should have done that. I just had it on in the background because the kids were running around. That's so funny. The freakouts. Well, let me share a quick thing about hold on. The FDA appointment. So, because, obviously RFK Jr. has been named to the head of Health and Human Services, and people are wigging out. All the employees are already freaking out because of Section F, and Trump wanted to bring that back so that the DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency boys, Ramaswamy and Musk, can start hacking and slashing. But there's also this little gem, which the Libertarian Party had shared, and it's got the headline, FDA employees consider quitting if RFK Jr. joins Trump's administration. And then the classic meme response of, was that from Spider-Man, I believe, Tobey Maguire before he got fat? I already said I supported it. You don't need to sell it to me. Like, all of these government freakouts are the epitome of, yes, please. Like, yeah, please quit. Do whatever. All of it.
So basically, Trump is getting self-deportations for illegal immigrants and self-firings from the federal bureaucracy.
Exactly.
And he's
Thank you,
not even
Rico.
in office.
Well, it's like the same thing with Matt Gaetz being appointed to be Attorney General, and all of these people in the DOJ are like, if he actually is appointed, I'm not going to work there. I'm leaving. It's like fantastic. Like this works itself out. It's so great. I mean, Brian and I were talking pre-show, Rico, before you got on, about these libertarians who are just never satisfied. They're nitpicking about Tulsi Gabbard. They're nitpicking about RFK. And I mean, there's some, appointments that are not the best for libertarians. Marco Rubio.
Elise Stefanik's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but we knew that was going to be the case. Like, Trump is loyal. He's going to reward all different factions that came to elect him.
Like, he's always been. He always will be. He was unabashed about it. It's like, take your victories where you can get them.
I know he's talked about recess appointments. I don't really understand how that works, but I was kind of thinking Rubio was a bone to the Senate, be like, look, I'll appoint one of you, or he was telling Rubio, yeah, I can appoint you Secretary of State, but you got to get the rest of my guys through. So it's almost like a compromise to, like the John Cornyn's and
that's an interesting theory.
Who knows? But I don't think he could just go like Ron Paul as Secretary of State and then get just everyone. I think he has to throw them. There's still political shit going on behind the scenes where he needs to get these people confirmed.
Well, the people are freaking out about Matt Gaetz, like senators that are not Matt Gaetz fans were like, I'm not going to approve him. So, yeah, exactly. There's got to be some gamesmanship going on behind the scenes. Either that or it's just, open warfare between Trump and the Senate. But considering the, guys got the popular vote, I think a lot of these senators now, as opposed to the last election cycle, know that, like, if you oppose what he's trying to do, which the majority of America's for, even a lot of Democrats are for at least some of what he's trying to do, then you're probably not going to fare too well in your next election in a couple of years.
Yeah, get primaried. I would love if half these people got primaried. And
absolutely.
We got
absolutely. Do you see Lindsey Graham? Lindsey Graham posted about Tulsi Gabbard being like, I think she'll do a great job. And somebody had tweeted out, I think it might have been Reed Coverdale, who I have a great tweet from him I'm going to share as a meme. But he was like, all right, maybe I'm out on her now. And I'm like, no, this is Lindsey Graham playing 4D chess. He's just, this is his way of feathering the nest, or maybe taking out Tulsi by voicing his support so that everybody comes out and is like, if Lindsey Graham likes her, she must suck shit.
Well, part of it is like, you got to remember, these people are politicians. They're freaking chameleons. Like, they want to get reelected. They saw what happened in the election. They saw that Trump won, and this message of slashing government, of peace, and not having these interventionist wars. The American people like it, so they want to continue being politicians. So they're going to change a little bit. They're not going to keep campaigning on stuff that isn't going to get them votes.
Right.
So it's not like they had a principled like change of heart or anything. But still, this is the next best thing. If that indeed, I think, is what's happening, to a degree at least.
Yeah.
Well, they're still getting paid behind the scenes by Raytheon and Boeing and all those. So anyone who's still doing that is problematic, no matter what they say in public. It's going to be how they vote.
Yeah. But going back to real quick, what Odie and I were talking about too, about these libertarians that are never happy. Like RFK Jr. aligns with us on a lot of things. He tried to run libertarian. He didn't get the nomination because there were too many things we disagreed with him on. But still, dude registered libertarian for a reason, because he believes that he aligns with our party more than the other ones. And also, you now have a voice in the administration. Like, you have a guy that our chair is a direct conduit with.
He's not like, I don't get what,
just like with Trump. Like, what I don't understand.
What are they bitching about? He's not the Secretary of Energy. He's Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Because he's not a real libertarian.
So what? I mean, he's good on the pharmaceutical industrial complex and the shit in our food. And I don't think anyone can argue there's not a health crisis in America. And
getting out of the way of raw milk coming to market and stuff like that. Working with the FDA in that regard to allow, not unpasteurized cheeses, and stop farmers from getting screwed. Like working with, like if Massey ends up taking over the Department of Agriculture, which is possible, then that's a hell of a tandem, and
is that the rumored, will he be the libertarian in the party, in the cabinet?
If he is without a doubt a through and through libertarian. I would consider I would consider that appointment quite a coup.
Who else could he appoint at this point? Because he's not going to be
Corey DeAngelis to the Department of Education.
Yeah,
well, they're eliminating that, so I guess that would be a short-lived appointment.
Well, let's say take it to bring it down from the inside. I don't know. I was trying to think about who else could do it too. I mean, I floated out Bob. Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. The
Bob
economist. Bob Barker. No, God damn it.
Well, you're thinking of that.
Tom Woods used to do a podcast with him all the time. He's a major
Bob Murphy?
Bob Murphy. Bob
Murphy's
Murphy
not getting appointed to anything.
Well, probably not.
Just ridiculous.
I'm floating
you sound like these crazy libertarians. Like, whoa, why did they appoint Scott Horton, Secretary of Defense?
Yeah, I'd say
are you insane?
Libertarians like to bitch. I mean, I can
they do.
respect that because I also like to bitch, but just
Yeah, but they can't take a win. These idiots can't take a win. They're so desperate to bring down Angela. They're so butthurt about, aligning the party and being meaningful. Like, that's the thing. I've said this before. They don't want to have meaningful impact. They just want to have their little bullshit fiefdom that they have influence over and can, complain about. And they don't want relevancy. And that's it.
No, well, what do they have control over exactly?
Fiefdom.
Online chat forums, like
that's basically what it is. Yeah, your little online chat forum, your little local meeting for libertarianism, where you can, I don't know, elect people and print up some mailers and talk about what you're going to do in your state. That's not going to change anything because you have literally no power and no voter base. Yeah. So God forbid we get any amount of voter base or influence, because that would really fuck up those meetings, and then people would have to actually do things. Which is, God forbid, people have to do things, Rico, rather than just complain about doing things.
Aren't you the spokesman for the Libertarian Party?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Libertarian Party is actually doing the real things. These fucking whining, whinging dickbags that are complaining about all this shit and attacking Angela and attacking the party. And, I'm quitting my membership because of this. It's like, okay, thanks, fuckballs. Well, you're missing out. Get on board now.
In the cabinet? Or is she too kind of...
I don't know what she would I don't know what her position would possibly be.
Yeah.
If anything, it should have been White House Chief of Staff, but he's already found another white.
Have you seen the rumored press secretary?
No. Michael Malice?
Fucking smoke show. I don't know.
Well, of course she's got to be hot. Of course she is.
Fuck. I think she's hotter than, Kylie McEnany or whatever her name was pretty hot.
Is she hotter? Is she hotter? Oh, Sage Steele's super hot. I'd take her.
Sage Steele's not. She just denied it. She's not doing it. Well, what you guys are thinking about that? We got to keep moving with these memes. We got limited time. Brian's got an appointment. So I don't know if you guys saw this. So this is a scene from Entourage, but it has overlaid it. Trump's first day back in the office, and it's Ari coming in and shooting everyone with a paintball gun, telling them they're fired. It's fantastic. You got to watch it.
Make sure the audio's on.
Jesse, how have you been?
I've been DOJ.
Great. I'm back, and you're fired. Hello,
Fauci.
No need to run. Your fates have already been sealed. You're safe.
Oh, my God.
You're safe for now. Hello, nice to see you. Who's your best client?
Jesus. I represent John and Kate Pussy.
Where are you, Davies?
All right. I'm already packing to save myself the indignity.
That's too bad.
Ari, Jesus Christ! You lost your mind, Ari?
All right, that was fun.
That's great.
Funny. Here, I'll share another one real quick about this is again, like I said, from Reed Coverdale, which is a very funny observation. And that is that this Department of Government Efficiency, right? Hell of a thing. We can all agree.
Are you sharing anything?
No, I'm going to now. Share. So, Reed Coverdale, fantastic man. I can't get this to open well. It just looks like shit. I'll just read it to you. But he tweeted out, okay, you do have to admit it's kind of funny that two people are running the Department of Government Efficiency.
I thought Elizabeth Warren tweeted that out. Did she steal it?
She might. Well,
I think Reed stole it from Elizabeth Warren.
I think other way around. She's too stupid to think of something that clever, by the way. But it is.
I didn't think it was that clever.
It's not that clever because they're not actually like doing it full time. Like they have a couple other things that they work on.
Oh, let's pick apart the joke. God forbid.
But I don't like it. I didn't care for the joke from Elizabeth Warren. I thought it was stupid. So now I can't say just because it was someone else's joke.
Just because I like Reed doesn't mean I can like I have to like the joke.
I think it's pretty damn funny.
It takes two people to do the job of one. It's like running a department is the job of one person.
It's a joke. It's a funny.
Yeah, I get it.
What's funny is at the end of the day, when Elon Musk turns to Vivek and just goes, "You're fired."
That would be great.
Would be funny.
Vivek, you're fired.
And then Donald Trump fires Elon.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So this is from the Babylon Bee. I forget the guy's name who is the Department of Education. He's a real idiot. He's the one that quoted oh God, what's the quote from Reagan where he talks about never mind. It's not even I had it and now it's gone completely. So
no.
moving on.
Your brain on drugs.
Maybe that should be the one I was
forgot a lot of things. So
it says Democrats warn abolishing Department of Education could result in kids being too smart to vote Democrat.
Pretty good.
Likely to happen.
I'm trying to find a meme I saw where it was like Democrats complaining about the picks being unqualified, and then they show the picture of the dude dressed as a woman who was stealing luggage.
Oh yeah,
Rachel Levine or whatever her name.
The head of Health and Human Services. Yep.
Yeah, there's like a meme of the most ridiculous picks.
Yeah, the trans admiral.
Yeah.
This was a quickie. Just a funny thing. It's the Jim pointing to the whiteboard and then smiling after he points to it. More squirrels and raccoons have been arrested than anyone on Epstein's client list. Factually accurate.
Yeah, for anyone who's like bitching about Matt Gaetz, it's like, hey, not only does Merrick Garland raid the houses of every person slightly against the Democratic Party, what's with the fucking Epstein client list? How has that not been released? Huh?
Well, we know if it doesn't get released that Trump's definitely on it. Because you'd think it would have all of his enemies on there. Oh, here's the hottie. Okay, let me show the hottie. Damn.
Apparently it's his it was his lawyer.
His lawyer was, I remember his hot ass lawyer, Alina Habba. I'd have a piece of that.
That's not his lawyer.
Yeah, I think
he had a really hot lawyer.
Yeah.
In one of his things, because I remember looking at her and being like, that is a hot lady. This is a weird, this must have been somewhat adjusted or Photoshop because there's weird blurry lines and shit going on here in this photo.
Yeah, probably.
You could see that, you could definitely see it squished in part of her stuff on the left here because the whole pillars are slid into squish her in and make her look thinner. So maybe this Sarah Rose person did it. Who knows? But
you can also see the umbrella on the other side is squished in. So
yeah, there's definitely been a little bit of chicanery going on here. But I expect nothing less from a lawyer, from you know what? Perfect press secretary. You got to fudge the line sometimes. That's what these people are paid to do.
So we got a treat today. 2 Jim pointing to a whiteboard memes, different ones. This one says on the top, 16 and 17-year-olds should not have their paychecks taxed because they can't vote. No taxation without representation. Or that would be taxation without representation, which I think this is a great argument. This is like the best argument I've seen for this. I hadn't heard this before.
That's true.
Absolutely, man. It's such a great point. I saw the same meme and I was like, I never thought about that. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Make those kids libertarians from the start.
A bunch of 16, 17-year-olds should group together and file a lawsuit about that and take it to the Supreme Court.
I'm on it. I'm signing up.
Do it, Rico. Come on. It'll be your legacy.
Good in this world.
When is your son eligible for work? 1 year?
Me?
No, your kid.
Yeah, he's already working. What are you talking about?
Oh, caddying. But he's not 16 though.
No, you could. He's 16
now. I worked at 15. Oh, he is 16. All right. Well, then get his caddies together and class action lawsuit that. And
fight the power.
And include me on it as a silent beneficiary.
We're going to start throwing rocks through the public building offices here. So
I like it. All right. What do we got? We'll do real quick picks and then I got to get on up out of here. So quick NFL picks. I did not pick my Eagles last night. I should have.
And just so people know, we're cramming the end of our Degenerate Gamblers show on this show. This is what this is.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Normally bonus.
So I think the picks for me, I'm not going to do college. I'm just going to do NFL. But I really like the Rams over the Patriots. Rams giving up 5.5 to New England. New England's terrible. The Rams are good. And I don't know, 5.5 seems very, very tight for me. And the game doesn't make sense. I would pick the Browns, Rico, but the New Orleans Saints got the dead coach bounce last week, and I'm a little bit scared that might carry over.
The Browns are terrible.
Yes, they are. I also like the Chargers -1.5. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not the Chargers. I like the Seahawks +6.5 at San Francisco. Seahawks are notoriously streaky. San Francisco's not been dominant, and I think that they can cover that. I think it's going to be under 6-point game.
I'm just going to give one pick to make it speedy, and it's not going to be football. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with Jake Paul over Mike Tyson.
Really?
Tonight.
You kidding
no way,
me?
I'm going Tyson. I'm going Tyson all the way,
too.
baby. I bet on it. I bet $100 on Tyson.
He sucked when he was 38. He's now 58. So
he only needs one punch. He needs to hit one.
And all Jake Paul needs to do is run out of the ring around the ring for one round, and Tyson's going to be gassed.
He'll lose if Tyson's aggressive.
I'm rooting for Tyson. I hope he wins, but
I'm telling you, I think Tyson's he's so motivated and so fired up. I think that this is going to be. I don't think Paul's going to run away. I think he's going to want to show that he can fight Tyson because that's his personality, and he's going to go in
smartly
for a couple, and then Tyson's just going to sock him with that quick uppercut. Boom, done. Goodbye, Jake Paul.
I hope it happens.
Yeah,
even though Cleveland's own Jake Paul.
Brilliant Netflix play, because I know so many people that just signed up for Netflix to see this fight.
Really?
And I think they're getting paid like $20 million or something to do it.
I hope
they're going to get 100,000 subscribers easily. Just, probably more than that. Honestly, they may get 1 million subscribers.
Jake
overnight.
Paul is making more than Mike Tyson, which was surprising to me.
That makes sense.
He basically promoted the whole thing, put the whole thing together.
Yeah, it's his whole company. Yeah.
Did you see that clip of Mike Tyson interviewed by like a teenage girl, and she asked him about his legacy, what he wants his legacy to be, and he's like, "Legacy? I don't care about legacy. I don't know why people talk about legacy. We're all gonna die." And he looks at her. He's like, "We're all gonna die. We're all just gonna be dust. It doesn't matter." And she's like,
answer.
"That's very interesting. I hadn't heard anyone answer a question like that before."
For a 13-year-old.
You see Mike Tyson? He picked up a midget and he was kissing it like it was a baby. He thought it was a little toddler. Did you see that clip?
No.
You didn't see it? All right. This is the last thing.
Maybe I did and forgot about it.
You don't get to give a pick.
The only game I care about this week is Baltimore and Pittsburgh. And I think the Steelers win it. The Steelers are getting 3 points.
They get the money line.
Steelers are looking good.
Okay. Hold on. This is let me show you this clip. So I bring this up because Mike Tyson just did an interview recently talking about this thing. All right. So this is Mike Tyson, and he's punching with what looks like a little kid.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen because I'm the best.
And he's blocking little punches from the kid.
I'm the best.
Grabs him, and then here come the kisses. He's playing with him like his little baby, his little midget. Get him, Mike. Give him the kisses. And then he gives him the snuggles and the kisses.
This is a midget?
Yeah, it's a midget. Look, he's kissing him.
Are you sure it's a midget?
Did he know it was a midget?
Yes, it's a midget named Hezbollah. And there's an interview later on that Mike Tyson just did.
Wait, that's the famous midget from
not from Dr. Evil. No,
Syria or something. I don't know where he's from.
Yeah.
Did you say the name was Hezbollah?
Hezbollah. He's a Syrian killer terrorist midget. Hezbollah Hushetsky or something.
That didn't look like
a
him,
Russian social media guy who has dwarfism. He's 22 years old now. Mike Tyson thought he was a midget or thought he was a baby, picks him up. And if you couldn't see the video, shame on you. Go follow us and like the page. But he's kissing him. And it turns out that he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I thought you were a baby." So later on, they did an interview with him and they're like, "Were you just screwing with him?" And he's like, "No, I thought he was a baby. I can't do a Mike Tyson impersonation. I'm trying to think the lisp he has. But thought he was a baby. Kissed him up. All right, that's it. I have to leave. now. That's right, Andrew. Degenerate gambler. No Howie's allowed. This is a No Howie's Allowed Club.
Hey, who's
That's
Howie? I don't know.
Howie who?
Maybe he'll be number 2 at the DNI.
Oh God, that'd be great. He could finally come back on the podcast. He could run a podcast like this stupid CIA does. Awesome.
Hope Howie doesn't get fired by Vivek.
That'd be even better.
Well, we're all hoping
personally.
for that, Howie.
We're all hoping. All right, let's odds on Howie getting fired 3-1. And that's the show. Meemon, goodbye.